Welcome everyone to the first ever, I think we're just calling it the Schism podcast. We are here today with myself, James. We've got Jack.
Hi.
We've got Kane.
Wagwan.
And we've got Ro.
Hello.
The purpose of this, we're going to go through some of the recent YuGiOh news, look at upcoming products, and we're going to do a bit of a ban list discussion today. So kicking off, obviously the big news in the YuGiOh community is the sort of ban list in the fact that Chris Lofton, YCS champion, and Distant Coder, Twitch streamer, both got banned.
Yeah. So it's very controversial. Well, the Distant Coder one, I'd say, is controversial. The Chris Lofton one, I mean, he kind of had it coming with what he did.
Yeah, I think the Chris Lofton one, at least he's taking it in good spirit. Like, he's been tweeting out and saying things all day, like, he's surprised since what he got banned for, considering everything else he's done, which is, a funny take on it.
Distant Coder got banned for, basically, he had DK'd a different streamer, put up a video saying how to cheat on Master Duel or something like that, like legally, in quotation marks, which is basically like, you use Fateful Adventure, you just say, I'm using the effect of Fateful Adventure when you summon something, but you don't tell your opponent what effect it is, and then you proceed to add the monster, or something like that.
Yeah, the issue was, it wasn't Master Duel, it was the TCG itself that he said you could do it, because you just say you're declaring the effect of Fateful Adventure, and you don't specify, when in actual fact, you have to specify what effect you're using of Fateful Adventure.
So he wouldn't go like, he'd like summon something, and then he wouldn't say like, on resolution, well, open game state, activate effect, or something like that. Because you have to be in open game state to add the monster.
Coda made a video on it, calling him out. Not directly calling him out as a bad person or anything, but just explaining why you can't actually do that in the TCG. And then it turned into a situation where DK decided to shadow ban anyone mentioning Coda in it from his Discord, from his streams, on his YouTube. That then got a response from Coda again in a tweet calling him out, and that kind of blew up on stream with Farfa as well. They kind of resolved the issue, but then all of a sudden DK'd on his other Twitter account. So this is interesting from this as well. DK'd has two Twitter accounts, one called Duel Links Meta, which is obviously his old name, and one under his new DK'd name. He tweeted out on his old account a tweet of a compilation of toxic Coda clips which were completely out of context and no one could reply to it. So obviously that response came out, but then Coda's been banned in the aftermath of all that. A lot of people thought it was a DLE drama that he got banned for. He came out on Twitter and said that wasn't it. And
yeah, they've not resolved that one by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
when he got banned, DLE came out and said he hopes to get resolved soon, so...
Yeah, so they're seemingly on good terms, but it kind of makes you think, like, has DK used his influence as one of the top content creators recognised by Konami, especially for the Duel Link side of things, to have this ban put in place? Or is it just the fact that Konami's trying to save face because it's involving someone that they recognise so highly and is a Duel Links Meta world champion?
I'm going to throw it out there. I don't think that Distant Coder got banned because Konami is chummy with Duel Links Meta.
As far as I was aware, DK did also get banned.
Oh, DK also got banned?
As far as I was aware, I don't know what his real name is, so I can't find him on the list or anything, but I thought that basically Coda called him out for cheating because he basically put out a video saying, look, I'm a cheater. I'd be very surprised if DK isn't banned.
If he's not banned, then yeah, I would be surprised. So bring it out, yeah. Coda probably didn't deserve his as much as DK deserved theirs, but that's both happening. And obviously we've got the Chris Lofton issue where Chris has been banned because he called out a head judge at a recent YCS by full name on Twitter for ruling based around King of the Swamp.
Also, that head judge that he called out never actually made the ruling that he was on about.
No,
oh my god.
Accusation of the ruling.
Exactly.
So, I mean, fair play to Chris, as we said before the start, for taking it on the chin and being lighthearted about it, having a laugh. But call out the rulings, I agree with. Using someone's full name, probably not.
And there's obviously all the MCall 40 RDR stuff, which, from what I've heard, no one actually has any proper proof. So
obviously, a lot of people did come forward in that, and it wasn't just comments towards the African American communities. There was Asian Americans involved in it as well. Basically, anyone who was a minority, it seems to have had an issue with MCall at some point. Now, obviously, without fundamental proof, it's hard to say fully if they're on it something. But at the same time, the amount of stories that they are, you kind of sway towards it probably be more of the truth.
No, I don't want an opinion on this. I don't.
No.
None of us know what happened.
Yeah, we can't really say either way. Did he do it? Did he not? But fact is,
I think this is a good time to go. We are a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
I like MCall40's merch, to be fair, and I like his videos. I just wish he'd upload ever so slightly less, so I'm getting less notifications.
turn notifications off, man. Turn off that notification bell.
Yeah, but that requires effort on my end rather than effort on his end. But also, I wish he'd stop with like the jump scares. You know, like you open up the video and it's just his face immediately, like widescreen, and just like, oh god, what's going on? But other than that, I actually do like MCall40's content.
No, fair enough.
Watching Minecraft intro.
For this channel?
Yeah, for like a podcast. Just want to make.
You want a 2014 Minecraft intro?
Yeah,
it'd be funny.
To clarify, Ken's on my account with me here.
Yes, Kane is also here. Well, we did say. If we're talking about Konami and Yu-Gi-Oh products, what better place to start than the 2022 Ancient Tin of Legends? Obviously, the set list has been released now. We know the rarities. We know what's included. First of all, question to the group: anything surprised that has been omitted from the tin? Like
Yeah, like all of the Sword Soul stuff.
Where's my tie-in? I want good stuff. I don't want to play common blackout.
So, obviously, as I've just said, Sword Soul not in the tin. That's probably because a lot of it's coming out in the Maidens box. That's coming out in November, I do believe.
November, December time.
I'm gonna buy a product that's Sky Striker supporting it.
To be fair, that product's actually pretty sick. Like, you get a pack of sleeves in the box as well.
Yeah.
It's a one of 6 different designs.
So probably one of them is going to be Moe as well, considering she's been confirmed for the box as a named card.
Yes, be a deck in Moe sleeves.
Just some good alt arts, to be honest. Like, I do like it when Yugi does like decent alt arts every now and then. So like an alt art Moe would be pretty swish.
So Rowan, are you saying that you endorse feet, Ash?
I'm all about the feet.
Oh no.
Because that's the only Ash I own. Hopefully not after, 2 weeks from now, when we can get some nice prismatic secret ashes.
Yeah, back in its original art as well. It's definitely one of the better looking cards in the set. So we've got subtle stuff that's a weird omission, but explainable by the fact that they've got a box coming out in a couple of months' time. Anything else caught your interest that wasn't included?
The Arrival Cyberse at Ignista has not got a higher rarity yet.
No.
It's super rare, and it's the best boss monster ever printed.
Big 6.
Big 6.
Yeah. Dan Mari got a super rare. Got a super.
Yes, but
it's not the Arrival Cyberse.
But it was
Yeah,
also
there
only
was a
available
lot
in
of-
common.
I think that's literally like the only Ignista card not to get a no, that and Bunbu.
Well, Buru has a rare.
Yeah, but it didn't get reprinted. It's only got rare.
as well.
Yeah,
And it did need a reprint.
Buru is a £10 rare. It is stupid. I'm surprised it's not in the tin at all. One surprise for me is the fact that the Sun Avalon stuff seems to be quite low rarity.
Because they've only printed the stuff printed in actual sets, I'm pretty sure. They've not reprinted
Yeah.
any of the good ones except sewing.
So,
That is awful.
but even then, they could probably have gotten something based off the fact that the recent Euros list was running plants and players wanting to just try it but maybe not have access to those high impact cards can supplement it with the Sun Avalon support, and then they'd like it that's in shinier cardboard.
Yeah. Like Kane just said then, like, if they wanted people to access that, they would have reprinted Glamour. That's a £40 card.
Oh my god.
Also, they've almost definitely had this list like for months.
Yeah,
This is it.
almost certainly.
To be fair, I think we can talk about like Euros and like YCS Rio after the
Message
the
Marcus
tin thing.
Patel's DMs going, yo, win with this deck, please. So Electronics goes,
Yeah, we'll miss Scarecrow, please. I need all my tryhards to like quadruple in price.
So, obviously, as well, we're getting some new support in this set. So, obviously, the God cards, which are, for better or worse, fan favourites, each have got their own little bit of support.
There's only one of them that actually looks good. The Slifer one.
The Obelisk one didn't seem bad when I read it, to be fair.
Yeah. Have you read the Slifer card?
Oh, the draw
I mean,
6.
it's a bit of a difference, but still.
We were at local on Wednesday, and someone said, "Oh, the new Slifer cards. Someone's back a monster and draws till you have 6." I'm like, "Shut up."
Get ready for locals where someone's going to rock up with Slifer Exodia.
You already do.
Thanks, Kane.
I mean, he's not wrong. But at least now they might actually have a chance. That's the difference.
I hope someone goes draw reincarnation on them. My new powerful Slifer support says I can draw 6 cards. Oh, cool. Draw. Oh, I've already got everything I need. Reincarnation. Oh. Just sit there, stewing over them, having no cards in hand, and the Slifer with 0 attack points.
Oh, you'll have 6.
Oh, yeah, we'll have 6.
Obviously, as well, we've got some really good reprints coming. Obviously, D-Shifter's back in TINS. Dark Ruler No More's in Ultra. We've got Nibiru coming in as well.
I'm not being funny though, but if you get enough of these tins, legit, and you don't care about Crystal Beasts, you're not going to want to buy the Crystal Beast stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Why do I not?
That's reincarnation, Jay.
Oh, you incarnation me.
Yeah.
What are you two on about?
Myself.
Right, we're mid-podcast. Stop talking amongst yourselves, please.
Sorry.
Rowan throwing the hammer down.
We really had to discuss the political outbreak of Trickstar reincarnation on the socio-economic system.
For fuck's sakes. Anyway, Forbidden Droplet getting a reprint.
Yeah, that too. Like I said though, literally everything good out of the Crystal Beast structure deck has also been reprinted in this.
Yeah,
So,
it's...
if you want Crystal Beasts, you're not going to buy the Crystal... Well, you probably will still buy them just for common ashes in case they jump up to 15 quid again, but still.
It will still be a money card
There
from it.
shouldn't be any reason for you to buy the Crystal Beast starter deck if you have bought enough of these tins.
Saying earlier, actually, I think the tin reprints are good, but it's probably my least favorite tin in a long while because all the rarities are so bad.
There's not a single good ultra rare reprint other than Shifter and Dark Ruler, which are both readily available.
Yeah, they could have. It doesn't actually help budget players at all. Prosperity being a secret, Underworld Goddess a secret,
Lightning Storm,
Droplet, Diviner.
Oh, Ash has got a reprint, guys.
Ready Fusion.
Secret.
Yeah.
Loaded Heavenly as well, if you look at cards like that, because obviously Eldritch is a popular starting deck.
They should have just reprinted low rarity stuff that needed a higher print in the higher rarities and put Prosper and everything at Ultra. Putting everything at the same rarity as well doesn't change it too much. So.
Down rarity and supers as well.
Yeah. Why also on a lower one, on a low key one, right? I play Despero a lot. Why did Tragedy get a common? They gave Dramaturge a secret and they gave Tragedy a common. That's just a crime. That's disgusting.
The interesting thing as well is the fact that they've printed 3 new cards in Secret Rare as well to go into the tins. So obviously you got Jewel Tower, you got Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, you've got Link into the Vrains as prismatic secret rares.
Vrains is the only good one. Yeah.
Vrains is the only good one, and even then, Vrains in itself.
Even then, it's it's very targeting what you can play it in.
Yeah.
The only one that actually sounds good, and it won't be, is just Musket. It just sounds gimmicky, but it actually helps the deck a lot. So
You could understand what they were doing with it, but it's not quite hit as far as it should have done, if that makes sense. As well, obviously, 3 new artworks released in Prismatic Secret Rare, the Blue Eyes, the Red Eyes, and the Dark Magician Girl. Were they really needed in Secret Rare?
I mean,
if the new artworks,
they'll look nice.
I want to make it a selling point.
But the thing is, those kinds of cards, we go back 5 years or so, in the tins, would have been promos. But because they've done away with the promos, they are now taking up slots.
Bring back promos like Drifting Nib and Dark Ruler. That was a good year for promos.
Wasn't that the last year for promos as well?
I think it was. I think they realised why.
Yeah. DP getting a reprint in the tins in Prismatic Secret Rare. It's got its collector's rarity now. It didn't need the secret slot. This is coming from a hero play. It didn't need it. It could have gone into Ultra or Super Starlight Collectors. It's shiny cardboard.
Yeah, so now you get to play them in either Secret, or Starlight.
Yep. So it doesn't even make it that more accessible. It just
budget players.
I mean, it's not accessible due to the fact that Verte is banned anyway.
oh, that as well. Unless you're playing heroes.
Unless you're just lobbing into Fusion Destinies to random Destiny hero cards in your deck and a DPE, and you happen to draw the Fusion Destiny and not the random Destiny hero cards.
There are genuinely some good reprints in here, such as Trouble Sunny in Secret Rare. Fantastic.
Well, Trouble Sun is a good reprint.
It was going up as well because of Ultimate Slayer.
Yep.
Yes. The issue is with it, like the brick's like £15 now.
Is it?
Well, I remember Luke saying it was. So.
Just to say, DDD Dan has joined us late.
I think I mean early. Still earlier than about 10 people. So.
Yes, he's not like our esteemed captain who's off doing karaoke tonight.
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of Ultimate Slayer.
Can you clip in what happened when he said he was doing karaoke, please?
Yeah, so
Him saying, I can't do it tonight, I'm doing karaoke. And then all us like mutiny against him.
yep, everyone just started putting hashtag team captain. It's yeah, ditching us to do karaoke. What a world. DDD Dan, your thoughts on the Megatins?
I think we should have actual guaranteed promos back because it's really pissed me off. Like, really annoying that it's becoming such a top-heavy set that even like the ultras aren't like that good now. Like, all the secrets are good. Like, I'm not complaining about that, but not counting supers and lower. Not seeing supers and lower because I know all the B troopers like common and rare, which is pretty cool. But stuff like all the ultras, I think there's like so Nib, Shifter, and Dart Ruler are all conveniently all ultras. When 3 years ago they were all secrets as like the headliners, and they were the guaranteed promos. But now they're conveniently all in like the random rotation for the ultras, which just adds to the pool of you're never going to necessarily get a set. Whereas before you could just buy a case of tins and you'd be at least guaranteed 3 of the promos of each. Because I think you got 4 of each in a case, like guaranteed. Whereas now, like, I think on average, if there's 35 good secrets, I don't think they're all good, but let's say there's 35 good secrets, you're pretty much getting just above 1 on average per case. So you need like 3 cases just to even have a chance of getting a set of each.
Even then, you get 36 secrets for buying a case.
Oh my god, no.
That's what I mean. There's 35 secrets in the set, so
Yeah,
just above 1.
I mean, honestly, the chance of you pulling 1 of each is astronomical. Like,
yeah, true. There's probably going to be some. What's like a bad secret? What's like a bad secret? I know we talked about good secrets. What's like a bad one?
Well, we were just saying. Well, Kit's obviously, well, not obviously, but is a bad one.
it's not a bad one. He was like a £10 super.
That's true. Kit was an insane
Do
super.
not need a secret though.
It doesn't need a secret.
No, but
the
Fractal's secret, Fractal and Nerval are secrets. It matches it.
Yeah.
And also, I was too lazy to pick up kits.
VS Ascended Sage. Greater
I guess so.
Polymerization.
I did hear he
Right,
was
Greater
really
Poly.
expensive. Greater Poly definitely wasn't.
Palm
Greater Poly,
Dragon level
not
7.
No opinion on that.
I mean,
Pile Arm Dragon. Pile Arm Dragon did not need another secret.
I also brought up the Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, and Dark Magician Girl didn't need to be in secret in their new artworks, but
They should have been the guaranteed promos.
well, this is it.
They could have.
Like,
They could have cheaped it out and put like one of the Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, or DMG as like the promos. Just that, no other promos, not even like the good meta stuff, and then it would have been sold.
You know what, Dan? If you joined 5 minutes ago, you would have heard me saying that exact same point.
If you joined 0 seconds ago, you would have heard me saying it right now.
So overall, tins, I was saying, must buy.
No.
Buy it if you want to avoid it at all costs.
I would still definitely say it's a must-buy, sadly.
Just get the single.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
lord.
The problem is, though, the singles, Forbidden Droplet, still probably going to be a £20-25 single. Lightning
Yeah.
Storm, probably still going to be a £20 single.
Bad product in general, right? But it's like, all the rarities haven't changed anything for budget players at all.
No.
If everything had just been like bumped down 1 rarity to like Ultra, it would have been a very good set. But it's not. Everything's just still top heavy. So like Dan was talking with all that like math and crap, it's impossible to get everything you want from a case. It's like, how much is a case?
Around
150 cheap, I imagine.
Yeah, like 160, and you're like going to struggle to get what you need.
It is.
I think if you can afford it, everyone should buy a case and then trade off what they don't want or what they've already got, or change rarities, trade off your better high rarity versions that you've already got, and so on.
and then someone pulls ZS Ascended Sage, and that all goes out the window.
That's me.
Hey, what if I want to make my ZS deck?
Bro, we'll kick you off the team if you build a ZS.
I literally have never read a ZS card.
I don't think I have either.
They make Big Utopia bigger. That's basically it.
Yeah,
Fun.
Yeah, but then at that point I could just play Utopic Draco Future and actually enjoy playing the game.
Wait, I'm pretty sure that they can't summon UDF, right? Because it requires like non-numbers or something.
Yeah, they're all numbers.
Yeah, you just make like
You make the
magician.
Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray. That was
Yeah.
a cover card for Lightning Overdrive, wasn't it? Which is
Oh
also
my God, that's
another
awesome.
secret
Wow.
rare. It is. It's another secret rare that did not need to be a secret rare, considering it was like a £3 ultra or something like that.
Oh,
They could have just,
My last thing about
realistically, they could have just done what they did in previous years. I don't even like what they did before, but they could have just added the Albaz Strike structure into the rotation of it, and then done like secret Prismatic Mirror Jade and Prismatic Brand Fusion and stuff like that, like they did with Prismatic Construct.
secret rare branded.
Well, the thing we have in contention is, what if they just give it an OTS ulti?
Yeah, if you give us an LTS ulti branded fusion, I'll be very happy.
We'll just end this then on saying that if you go to MetaGeek, you get a case of tins for $159.95. You're welcome, Jordan. Right, so we've discussed the news. We've discussed our Megatins coming out on the 15th of September, I do believe. Let's move on to the ban list.
OTS ultis?
No,
OTS ultis!
No. Right, I'm gonna suggest we do the ban list later after we've discussed Euros and Rio.
okay, we'll discuss. We'll do Euros and Rio. Euros and Rio's happened. They are a thing.
Okay, before we get onto that, as I joined, someone was talking about Ultimate Slayer. Have you read the new Rank 9 that's coming out in Darwin Blast?
Yes, it's the only decent XYZ target for Ultimate Slayer.
Yeah, minus Turd, but yeah. Yeah, the Cyberburst Rank 9 is insane. Just like, yeah, sure. Shuffle plus Imperm, yeah, sure.
Nice, it's really good.
Okay, so Euros. Obviously, we had members go. Jack, you were one of them. Dan, you were one of them.
The captain was one of them, but he had to skip it for karaoke.
Oh yeah. His journey, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide, who I think you said got his passport day of.
No. We didn't say anything about that.
And K-pop dance lessons, that man.
So, what were the Euros like? Obviously, we've uploaded a couple of deck profiles from you guys based around the event, but what was it like as an experience? Obviously, Jack, it was your first one. Dan, I presume it wasn't your first one, seeing how long you've been in the game.
First Euros, yeah.
First Euros, oh wow. What was it like?
They're pretty cool. The token booth was funny. The queue was annoying though.
Yeah, I agree. I was about to mention, like, the travelling and just, like, staying with mates and things was a lot better than the event itself. The event was ran abysmally. Like, they were trying something new out, which you got to appreciate, like, trying to make progress with how tournaments are ran. But there was a lot of problems with the system. I think Kane's going to mention the same thing, so I'll let Kane speak.
Imagine going to your tournament, having a nice day, trying to play your games, and then you find out that you've been dropped 5 times on the tournament.
I listened to Jake Quincy's podcast today, I think. It turns out he got dropped round 1 because people just found out his Cossi ID and just kept on dropping him.
Yeah, who knew adding a new system to 2,000 people's tournament with the ability to drop remotely was a good idea.
Yeah, and also putting everyone's Cossi ID right next to their name on the system as well.
My favourite thing about this is, you've got to imagine people have earned their invite to Euros, and someone, when they walked into this room, thought, that's Chick Quincy's Cossi ID? You know, it'd be funny if we waste our entire Euros experience dropping him from the event. That's my favourite thing about that entire experience.
Risking it all.
So is that why Dan dropped so fast?
Yeah, someone dropped it down. Dan got screwed.
Oh no, I got screwed on day 2. That's all we're gonna say. That's disappointing. Disappointing side event.
Go watch his Speedy D Dan dirt profile.
The winner of Euros, Sun Avalon Rico, should I say?
No, it was Rivalry Mine with a hint of planted it.
In fairness to Marcus Patel,
one player, I agree.
yeah. In fairness to Marcus Patel, absolutely
He's a
cracked
crazy
player. Yeah.
Yeah, and unlike the Geist matchup, he actually did play the game instead of just ooh, metaverse, ooh, something like that.
Yeah, I mean that is the problem with the current meta game, and obviously YCS Rio also showed that.
I mean, that's it. Like, YCS Rio is the massive showcase of the problem. The fact that Mindburn won Rio.
Yeah, the guy was like a no-name. He was just like a random guy who lived in Brazil. It was just like, I'm not even good at this game. I don't even know what you're on about. And
Isn't that everyone in Brazil?
I can't think of a good Brazilian player off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are some.
Brazilian? I don't know if he is. I'm gonna sound like an arsehole if he isn't.
Don't think so.
No, no. This is it, right? There's gonna be obviously like a lot of good players like in Brazil because like they only hold YCS is where there is like some level of good players.
Yeah, like Jesse Cotton.
I mean, Jesse Cotton, Joshua Schmidt, Pack, they were all there, so...
I mean, Chris Lofton was there before he got banned. Triff was there.
Yeah, Triff did really well as well.
Triff did. He got top 8, didn't he?
They all knocked each other out at top foot, I think. Like...
Christian Urena.
Christian Urena got knocked out by Team Sam. Got knocked out by Triff. So, and then Triff got knocked out by Jesse.
Yeah, and the Mindburn guy played against, like, Mathmate, like, twice. And they didn't play any outs to Mystic Mine.
Oh, I got so happy because I'm a big Ignista fan. And I saw Ignista got, like, second place with the Mathmate stuff. And I've been vouching for it for months. And then I can't remember who sent it to, but someone sent me, like, either a video or just the guy messaging someone saying, like, oh, he dodged mine all day and he didn't main deck an out.
Sad times.
And I'm sat there like, I can't believe this.
There's literally an inbuilt Mathmech like out as well.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he was playing he wasn't playing like Mathmech outs.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't playing any outs. This is like, as you said, he dodged it all day, gets to the final, plays the one deck that he literally cannot out.
Dodged it all day. If he hasn't dodged it all day, then he's just like the best game 2-3 player in the world.
Yeah. As the game stands at the minute, you've got to play a Mystic Mine out. Like, when you started helping me build my first big Ignista list, the first thing...
James, I think someone else put it better than you.
Okay, guys, but with all due respect, how are you not prepared for mine at this point? It's a little ridiculous to not have a well-thought-out plan while entering a tournament.
For fuck's sake.
Like, everyone who got like top 8 at that event. Again, like, we can complain that they didn't main deck an out, but end of the day, they got second place at YCS. Really.
Exactly. Kudos to everyone who top-8'd. Like, I have top-8'd before. Yes, of course I have.
Kane top 8 at the YCS championships once.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Goes and go boo.
Kane's the best player in Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beat Jordan Gallagher once, thinks he's God.
Yeah.
Top-8'd UK Nationals in 2015. Back in the day.
Didn't ask, did we?
I definitely did not use the head judge's ruling that was wrong to my advantage at all. So I was playing Satellarknight.
Of course.
And Satellarknight are all level 4s, which means they are able to play Rongo Bongo. Except Satellarknight Altair says if you use its effect, you can't attack with monsters except for Satellarknight monsters. Rongo Bongo with 3 or more materials is unaffected by monster effects. So it is still a monster effect, so Rongo can still attack. But the head judge of the event was ruling it that Rongo couldn't attack. So every time someone tried to attack me with Rongo after going into it with Altair, I'm just like, okay, judge. Judge comes over, says it can attack. I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, appeal.
Oh my god.
And judge comes over, says it can't attack.
That's the one premier top on Team Schism, and it's all just been like completely ruined for us all.
I mean, I wasn't even cheating because I just asked the head judge before the tournament because I wasn't even sure on the ruling. I thought it could attack. I asked the head judge, he said it couldn't, so I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'm just going to make sure that's how it goes for today.
It's not ruined at all. He just used the situation to his advantage.
I literally followed the rules. That's literally what I was doing. My top 16 match, the game went to time on my turn, and back in the day it was 3 turns. Then it's whatever, highest life points wins. And basically, I could have killed him that turn, but my last attack was a Rongo Miniad, and I chose not to attack with it, but I just put him on less life points than I was on with my Satellarknight monsters. And then the judge came over afterwards, was just like, why didn't you attack with Rongo Miniad? That's very unsportsmanlike. I just looked at him and was like, because I'm not allowed to attack with Rongo Miniad. That judge does not like me anymore.
As we just said, give props to everyone who's topped those events. Shall we move on to Banlist discussion? Because it is the season. I expected it Wednesday. Obviously, that was absolutely fucking wrong. I think the best way to do this is we'll go through one at a time. So we'll start with Dan, Jack, Ronan, and then myself. We'll go through one card that we think should just be banned, one card that could either be limited or come back to one. Same for semi-limited and unlimited, and then we'll just have a Wild West discussion of one card that is banned that we would love to just see come back and fuck everything up. So
You put the ban list up on the screen.
I'm putting the ban list up on the screen.
There we go.
So, starting off with one card that we think should be banned. DDD Dan, if you were in Konami's head office and you got asked, right now, ban one card, you are banning what?
Okay, so the card that I think should be banned, it's a bit of a meme. It promotes really unhealthy gameplay, and it provides an alternate win con to decks that probably shouldn't deserve it. I'm, of course, talking about Time Wizard. The burn damage is pretty annoying.
Fuck's sake.
But really, I'm talking about Mystic Mine. Let's be real. Who needs Mystic Mine at this point anymore? I don't actually think they'll hit Mystic Mine. Even after all this, I think they'll leave it around as like, I don't know, OCG has Maxi, we have Mystic Mine. I feel like they'll actually leave it like that for a while. Although saying that, it has been 3 years now. It's been 3 years since it was first released. Considering how many premier events and like, maybe not every round necessarily, but I'm sure at least one game every round, mine was resolved and ended the game.
I do believe that is the case. So, DDD Dan coming in with the very controversial topic of banning Mystic Mine. Jack. Jack, what card would you ban if you could ban any card?
Probably Curious. That's a bit good.
Because it's Laval chain.
Yeah, the ban Laval was a lot less good than Curious is now.
Yes, absolutely. Kane, what card would you ban?
No. Hate that bastard card. Makes me play around and I always forget it exists.
Fair enough. Kane just hates a card. He wants to see it gone. Rowan, your choice?
I mean, I'll go for the other obvious one, which is Scythe.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think Scythe doesn't need an explanation.
If you don't know what Scythe does, then you're not really playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you probably got Scythed.
So, if I had to choose one card, obviously being different for everyone else, sticking to the theme that I don't think they'll hit Mystic Mine entirely, but they will limit its potential. I think they banned Metaverse or Terraforming. One of the Metaverse or Terraforming wanted to just hit that consistency even more.
Metaverse is already at 1, right?
Yeah, but like,
Don't forget Demise of the Land exists.
I'm thinking realistically, but because it's Konami at the end of the day.
No, it's time for Hulk to go as well.
Yes.
Hulk should definitely go.
I do think though, next ban list, not the current one, the next one, the one after the Shizu stuff, I think Snow will get rebanned.
Yes, 100%.
Because a card that says not once per turn, not once per chain, attempt to summon itself and book a moon each time. Like, yeah, that's a pretty funny card. That's a funny moment. Yeah, but I think it'll go.
Okay.
I think it's got to go at some point, either back to 1 or just banned.
Well, this is what we move on to now. Back to 1. So this could be a card either banned that could go to 1, or just a card at 3 or 2 that you think, yeah, it needs to go to 1. We'll go back in the order. DDD Dan, if you had to put one card to 1.
Limited to 1, probably Sprite Elf.
Oh, okay. Why?
Card's ridiculous. I think actually Elf will be banned in the future, but I think for now Elf. Well, I do think Elf will be hit in some way, but I think a card that they'll limit immediately is Rite of Aramizu. I was saying this the other day, but so they're going to have to hit the Brave Engineer some way because it just insulates so many players. If they put 2 water and 2 Rite, you could still do full combo. You just lose 2 consistency copies, but you can deck thin twice essentially with 2 water. And then if you limit Rite, once you've resolved it the first time, sure, you only have 1 copy of Rite. So like Runic's a thing now.
Yep.
It gives it more counterplay because you can banish the 1 Rite and then they can't get it back. There's other stuff like that with intricacies, but also if you DD Crow the Rite when they go to add it back on the second loop, if they do attempt to reuse it with like a second or third water, it doesn't resolve because it's the only copy of Rite, so it gives it a bit more counterplay.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't disagree with that.
I should hope not.
It's gonna take my knees. Guys, help. Jack, 1 card to limit.
I want them to limit Swap Frog because they're not going to hit. They can't hit Spite now. It's too early. But like, if they want to limit something regarding the deck, they limit Swap Frog. Like, they probably ban Instant Fusion for like tiers or something, but they'll limit Swap Frog. so that they have to play Duke Prog if they still want to play a Prog engine, and even then you're not getting loads and loads of advantage off it.
Plus, that means you don't have to ban Toad.
Yeah.
Or maybe they do, but yeah, I don't think they'll want to ban Toad. Who knows?
Yeah.
All 3 gremlins sat in the mum's basement playing Paleos can still be happy.
Yay.
Kane,
Very nice guy.
Kane, what card are you limited?
Heavy Storm. No, that's a joke.
Fucking.
What would I limit? Probably a Floodgate. Anti-spell.
Oh,
Super Poly.
ban anti-spell, please. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, yeah. So you'd limit Super Poly.
Yeah.
Okay. Rowan?
I mean, I personally would like to see things come back rather than go away. So there's a lot of things that I don't know why they're actually on the ban list. There's a lot of things that I missed. So like, I don't know what Spirals did. I heard they were a tier 0 format. So there's a Spiral guy on the ban list. Don't know why he's
I
there.
agree with Rowan. All the Spiral cards should come back to 3.
I was gonna say Master Plan to 1.
I think if they finally take the leap and ban Hulk, something like Glow Bulb could come back.
Yeah.
I do think Glow Bulb would be an insanely good card still. I think it would be absolutely like
They did bring
insane,
back Jet.
but-
Yeah, that's a card. They can bring back Erline.
Yes.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah,
Bring
Max
back a
Steel
Rowan.
one, just to fuck with people.
Oh yeah, probably
Yes.
limit the dangers again.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
Danger's getting
probably.
limited.
Yeah.
Nessie.
Specifically
Yes.
Nessie, but yeah.
Wow, I now need
Yeah.
to think of a new card on the fly that I would bring back to 1 because Rowan stole Master Plan.
Graceful Charity.
Fuck off.
Fiber Jar to 3.
Can we get
Yeah,
Elder
bring
Entity Norden back so Tiers becomes even more broke?
Can they bring back Snatch Steal, please? So you can play 1 Minecon, 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Change of Heart.
Summon Sorcerers.
You know what?
As a thought.
Bring back Tidal. Back to 1. It'll be fine.
Can't wait to what pitch Tidal.
Are we going to do semi-limited? I mean, semi-limited list essentially exists for malicious.
Put everything to 3 or 1. Get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Tenki could come back to
Mali
3.
to 3. Dynamite to 3. Ben 10 to 3. Lol. Tenki to 3. Fusion Destiny to 3. Nadir to 3. Desires to 3. Light Stage to 3. Wall of Light to 1 because it's funny.
Please don't bring Fusion Destiny back to 3. I don't want to get my playset of ultis.
Sorry, I probably can't afford it anyway.
I can't. The realistic choice then for what card you would bring back to 3. The realistic choice.
Going back to coming up to 2, I think Salamangreat and Gazelle could come to 2, like quite safely. I think Salamangreats, they became decent, like pretty playable, by bringing Circle to 3, and obviously with Heat Soul coming out. But I think it just needs that other little push to make it like a pretty like viable deck.
Yeah,
It's
no.
quite prominent in UK Nats.
Yeah, but
It's
then
quite
Mathmech became good, so now Mathmech and Ignista are like the good Cyberse decks. So it's pushed Salamangreat back down again.
Don't have to worry about D-Bar either. Oh, D-Bar's a card as well.
D-Bar
Oh yeah,
is a card.
I stand by ban D-Bar. It's not very good at the minute. There's a lot wrong with D-Bar.
Okay. Realistic, bring back to 3.
As we mentioned quick, if they ban Mystic Mine, they could probably bring Hornet Drones or Multi-Roll back to 2.
It is that give and take that Konami seem to love to do, where something for a certain deck or a certain strategy gets hit, they give something else back. So, like, obviously, we're looking at the last ban list, the hero strategy lost a copy of Fusion Destiny, but then gained a copy of Hero Lives. So it's something that they do normally do. So something like that completely could see happening.
I think Trish can go back to 1. Honestly, that card has no business being at more than 1. Like at 1,
Yeah.
it's a funny card. Just when you summon it, it's just haha funny. But when you summon more than 1, you summon 3 in a turn, and then you go enter Blathnia, Cloud Castle, enter Blathnia, then it's not funny. So
Who has summoned Trishula 3 times in a row in the last?
Dan's being hurt by something.
I'm going to say, Dan, who's hurt you?
no one yet, but it's gonna happen.
I
Okay.
want to see it.
Kane's just making notes.
I think there's certain cards that should either be at 3 or 0. So, like, I think Call by the Grave should either be at 3 or 0. I think Call by the Grave being at 1 is just annoying.
I think 0 is the right answer there, Rowan.
I think it's probably the right answer, but I really hate being ashed.
Chain Crash out.
No one's played Ash this format.
Oh,
This is true.
I am, baby.
I could see Triple Tech getting hit.
Yeah.
It'd
It won't
be an annoying thing. I think they could just hit it to like 1 or something, and people would
Yeah, put
would
it
just
one
play like a
and you're
1
like,
off.
That's the sackiest one of ever.
No, I don't think they'll hit
it's got
talents.
by.
I don't think it'll hit talents at all, but because talents is specifically monster effects, and it's not continuous, it has to be in a new chain, so you have to let them stop you once before you resolve it. And if they imperm you, then you can't chain can't in a new chain talents because it has to be monster only. So there is some counterplay to it.
That's you drawing a certain other 3 card to them drawing a certain other 3 card. But it's fine. But they've reprinted every other good card in the format except talents. So that's my OTS ulti guess.
That'd be real.
What is Gen XLI Birdman doing nowadays? Why is that at 1?
That's
FTKs.
doing funny FTK loops, which are, again,
Oh,
I'll probably
okay.
come back to more than 1, but you know,
Well,
with
that is
the
very Archfiend. That
I don't think
hasn't seen more than 1 for years, right?
Don't. Jack's gonna go on a spiel now. Jack really loves the deck.
I could see Archfiend coming back to 2 or 3.
Don't give him
Quite
hope. Don't give
You
him
can do
hope.
anything you want to the deck. Just don't bring launcher back to anything more than 1.
Launch back to
It's like
3.
if you do anything else to the deck stays bad. But if launcher comes back to like 2, the deck's broke. I'll
Yeah,
stand
you
by
could
that.
bring Archfiend to 3. There's a new Archfiend trap in Labyrinth.
Also misses the
Perfect.
timing.
Well,
So like, if you run 2 archfiends and have when you have 0 in hand, you can only actually resolve 1.
and then it's like an actual like relevant missing the timing thing. I feel like there's not really any of those nowadays.
People have cut Dupe Frog because it's crap.
Oh, a card that'll probably get limited at some point, either E-Tele or Z-Armin.
Yes,
We said
we have said
Did
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you got here 5 minutes ago, Dan.
Well, what about Chaos Ruler? Did you say that?
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Chaos Ruler's
Well, I
the
think
one.
Chaos Ruler
You
will be
mean that
touching
one
it
on
somewhere.
everyone plays.
I mean,
the
the fact that you go,
ban it or just keep it where it is.
They put Riser to 1.
Riser to 1.
They put Shooting Riser to 1, didn't they?
Oh, I thought you meant like Rise of the Storm one out.
Yeah, they did it with Hulk as well. Like putting Hulk to 1. Like who did that hurt?
Map to 1.
Okay. Okay, we're reaching the near hour mark, so let's just say we'll go one at a time. If you could unlimit any card, any at all, what would it be and why? We'll start with DDD Dan.
unlimit any card.
Any card.
Oh god. I'm trying to think some power 1-ofs. What would be funny to unlimit? Probably. Okay, I don't think it should, but probably Mind Control because that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's playing Mike.
Which I mean, because it's at 1.
Yeah.
And Anti-Spell exists.
Jack.
I want Prank Kids Meowmoo back to 3.
Fair enough. Kane.
Playing stuff
There's no
like
idea. I just really like Prank Kids.
Kane, any card back to 3.
Maxi.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, someone was going to say it. Rowan,
Card of Safe Return.
card of safe return.
to my Exodia deck.
What a piece.
I'll say something stupid. Link Cross. Link Cross back to 3.
I have never read that card.
Link Cross is what made the Infernoble hand loop FTK possible.
It was before my time.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, to 3, probably the Ib Synchro.
Well,
Oh, well, Charles just decided
Yeah.
no.
Ib Synchro.
Fuck
and also
off.
1 Denglong, just for good measure.
yeah, limit Denlong.
Just bring back Brilliant Fusion. What's it going to do anyway?
Actually, Brilliant Fusion isn't that bad now if you think about it. Like
I want
in terms
Brilliant
of
Fusion back.
in terms of card design, it has influenced a lot, but Brilliant Fusion itself probably wouldn't hold up that well compared to shit like Random Fusion.
Well, we'll all just we'll all just go running back a Garnet. But yeah, so this has been the Schism podcast. We need a proper name for it. DDD Dan, what should we call the Schism podcast?
I don't know. The Headspace.
That's a sick name.
God damn it, alright.
I hate you all. But no, so this has been Team Schism. I've been James. We've got Dan, Jack, Kane, Rowan, and we are going to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that usual jazz. Just turn on the notification bell to see when the next video goes up. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.